Have you ever noticed that some mornings you wake up feeling ready to take on the day, but by 10 or 11 o'clock, you're already feeling tired, a little foggy, and maybe even a bit shaky? You had breakfast, so why does your body feel like it's running on empty so soon? Well, the answer might be sitting right there on your kitchen table. The breakfast you choose every single morning could be quietly working against your muscles, your energy, and your overall strength, especially if you're over the age of 65. Today, we're going to talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention when it comes to healthy aging, and that's the connection between your morning meal and the health of your muscles. We'll look at four very common breakfasts that many older adults eat without a second thought. Breakfasts that may actually be doing more harm than good. And then we'll talk about four simple, easy, and genuinely delicious alternatives that may help protect and support your muscle health as you age. Before we go any further, I want to be clear about something important. Everything we share here at Prime Daily Health is for educational purposes only. It is not intended to replace the advice of your own doctor or healthcare provider. Every person is different, and what works for one person may not be right for another. Please always consult with your personal healthcare professional before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. We're here to inform and support you, not to replace the wonderful medical professionals who know your individual health history. Now, let's talk about why breakfast matters so much when it comes to your muscles. As we get older, our bodies naturally begin to lose muscle mass. This process, which doctors sometimes call sarcopenia, typically begins in our 40s and can accelerate after the age of 60 or 65. You might notice it as feeling a little weaker than you used to, having more trouble getting up from a chair, or feeling less steady on your feet. It's a normal part of aging, but the good news is that what we eat, especially in the morning, can play an important role in either slowing that process or, unfortunately, speeding it up. Here's the key thing to understand. Our muscles need protein to stay strong. And when we eat a breakfast that's full of sugar and refined carbohydrates, but very low in protein, our body gets a quick burst of energy that fades fast. When that energy crashes, our body sometimes looks for fuel elsewhere, and it can actually begin breaking down muscle tissue to find it. Doing this day after day, year after year, can quietly contribute to the muscle loss that many older adults experience. Now let's look at the four breakfasts that may be working against you. The first one is sugary breakfast cereal. And I know many of us have been eating cereal since we were children. It feels familiar, it's easy to prepare, and the box often has words on it like heart healthy or fortified with vitamins. But take a closer look at the sugar content on many popular cereals, and you might be surprised. Some bowls of cereal contain as much sugar as a small dessert. When you eat all that sugar first thing in the morning, your blood sugar spikes quickly, giving you a brief burst of energy. But then it drops just as fast, leaving you feeling tired, hungry, and sometimes even irritable before lunchtime. And because most sugary cereals are very low in protein, your muscles aren't getting the building blocks they need to stay strong throughout the day. The second breakfast to be cautious about is white toast with jam or jelly. Now, a slice of toast sounds perfectly harmless, doesn't it? But white bread is made from highly refined flour, which means most of the natural fiber and nutrients have been removed. It digests very quickly, much like sugar, and can lead to that same rapid rise and fall in blood sugar. Add a spoonful of jam or jelly on top, and you've added even more sugar with very little protein or lasting nutrition. It's essentially a breakfast that your body burns through in about an hour, leaving your muscles waiting for something that never quite arrives. The third breakfast that many older adults rely on is store-bought pastries. Things like muffins, croissants, danishes, or those individually wrapped sweet rolls. These are convenient, they taste wonderful, and they often feel like a little treat to start the day. But commercially made pastries are typically high in refined sugar, white flour, and unhealthy fats, and they contain almost no meaningful protein. They may give you a pleasant feeling for a short while, but from a muscle health standpoint, they offer very little of what your body actually needs in the morning. The fourth breakfast worth reconsidering is flavored instant oatmeal. Now, oatmeal in its natural form is actually a wonderful food, and we'll come back to that in a moment. But those convenient little packets of instant oatmeal that come pre-flavored, things like maple and brown sugar, peach or apple cinnamon, often contain surprisingly high amounts of added sugar. The oats themselves are processed quickly and don't provide the same lasting energy as their whole grain cousins. Many older adults choose these because they're quick and warm and comforting on a cold morning, which is completely understandable. But the added sugar content makes them less helpful for your muscles than you might expect. Now, here's the part of the conversation I always enjoy most, because this is where we talk about simple, practical, and genuinely tasty things you can do instead. The first breakfast that may support your muscle health beautifully is eggs, prepared in whatever way you enjoy them. Eggs are one of nature's most complete sources of protein, meaning they contain the full range of amino acids that your muscles use to repair and rebuild themselves. They're soft, easy to chew, quick to prepare, and incredibly versatile. Whether you like them scrambled, soft-boiled, poached, or made into a simple omelet with a few vegetables, eggs in the morning give your body a steady and meaningful source of fuel. Research has consistently associated regular egg consumption with better muscle maintenance in older adults. 2 eggs at breakfast is a simple habit that may make a real difference over time. The second excellent breakfast choice is plain or lightly sweetened Greek yogurt, ideally with a small handful of nuts or seeds on top. Greek yogurt contains significantly more protein than regular yogurt, and it also provides calcium, which supports bone health alongside muscle health. The texture is creamy and easy to eat, which makes it ideal for anyone who finds chewing difficult. Adding a few walnuts, almonds, or a sprinkle of ground flax seeds on top brings in healthy fats and a little extra protein as well. You can drizzle a small amount of honey over it if you like a touch of sweetness. It takes less than 2 minutes to prepare, and it gives your muscles something genuinely useful to work with in the morning hours. The third wonderful option is natural nut butter, such as almond butter or peanut butter, spread on a slice of whole grain or whole wheat toast. Now, this might sound similar to the white toast and jam we talked about earlier, but there are 2 important differences. Whole grain bread digests much more slowly than white bread, which means it provides steadier, longer-lasting energy without the sharp blood sugar spike. And natural nut butter adds a meaningful amount of protein and healthy fat that jam simply cannot offer. Together, these 2 things work as a team to give your muscles a more balanced and sustained source of nutrition. Look for nut butters where the only ingredient is the nut itself, without added sugars or oils, and you'll be making a genuinely smart choice. The fourth breakfast that may support your muscles and your overall health is plain rolled oats, prepared as traditional oatmeal and topped with seeds or nuts, and perhaps a few pieces of fresh or soft fruit. Unlike the instant flavored packets we mentioned earlier, rolled oats or steel-cut oats take a little longer to digest and provide a much more steady release of energy. They also contain a type of fiber that is associated with heart health and balanced blood sugar levels. When you add a tablespoon of chia seeds or ground flaxseed on top, you're adding protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and extra fiber, all of which may support both muscle and heart health. A small handful of walnuts or some sliced banana can make it feel like a real morning treat while still giving your body something genuinely nourishing to start the day. Let's take a moment to bring all of this together, because I want you to leave today feeling informed and encouraged, not overwhelmed. If you're over 65, your muscles are working hard every single day to keep you moving, keep you steady on your feet, and keep you independent. And the breakfast you eat every morning is one of the first opportunities your body gets to either support that work or make it harder. Sugary cereals, white toast with jam, packaged pastries, and heavily sweetened instant oatmeal are all common choices that many older adults make without realizing they may be missing an important opportunity to nourish their muscles well. On the other hand, eggs, Greek yogurt with nuts, whole grain toast with natural nut butter, and plain oatmeal with seeds are all simple, affordable, easy-to-prepare options that may help support your muscle health, your energy levels, and your overall vitality as you age. You don't need to change everything at once. Even swapping one of your current breakfasts for one of these options a few days a week can be a meaningful step in the right direction. And of course, as we always say here at Prime Daily Health, please speak with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet. They know your full health picture and can give you guidance that's tailored specifically to you. I hope today's conversation has been helpful and has given you something practical to think about the next time you open the refrigerator in the morning. Small, consistent choices add up over time, and your muscles are absolutely worth taking care of. If you found this video useful, please consider sharing it with a friend or family member who might benefit from this information. And if you haven't already subscribed to Prime Daily Health, we'd love to have you as part of our community. We share new videos regularly, covering topics that matter to older adults, all explained in a clear, calm, and caring way. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. What does your typical breakfast look like? Have you already made any of these swaps? Your experiences and questions help us create content that truly serves you. So please, leave a comment, start a conversation, and let's keep learning together. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video.